Welcome to the Monday Morning Post Sunday Dump Show, where we antagonize over the reasons why Bitcoin dumped overnight without really having a real reason to do so. Wow, okay, well that's not really what the name of the show is, but it seems to be very much a trend that on the weekends we get a dump. Monday, institutions come back in, they buy. It typically tends to run the price somewhere, typically up, but we're going to take a look at this morning. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, possibly XRP, and see what is going on right now. I know overnight we had a dump. I mean, Bitcoin's at around 114,952 right this second. And today is Monday, August 18th. God, is it the 18th or is it the 19th? 18th. And so we're just taking a look at these and see what happened. And we're going to talk about what happened, why it happened, and what's going to possibly happen in the short term. So with that, remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. Please, this is just for entertainment value. If you do click on an affiliate link below, I might make a commission. I might not. It depends. Anyway, let's get going. All right, so look, Bitcoin, here we go. Here's from April to today. Let's just take a little look. So right now, this is what we're looking at. This dump right here that we've had, where we went from a high of 125 last Wednesday or Thursday to down. We're down about 7%, 8% to 114 and change. So, I mean, not the biggest dump. I mean, we're talking about a couple percent. In the world of Bitcoin, this is pretty normal, small, whatever you want to call it, but people freak out. I mean, it's just crazy. People get nuts over this kind of thing. They're like, is it over? Is the bull run over? I really don't think the bull run's over, and let me show you why. It could be if something I'm about to tell you happens, okay? So look, here we are. Let's just take this line and just draw it to where we are. Very clear uptrend along this line. And it seems that we have manipulation, in my opinion, because nothing really warrants a drop overnight in the middle of the night on a Sunday. It's almost calculated like, let's dump Bitcoin in hopes that institutions will buy it back, run it back up, but let's just dump it so we can get rid of some long positions, liquidate them, and make a little money in the time frame. I don't know if that's what's really happening, but if I would not trade with certain exchanges. That's just me. But here's where we are. And if you look at this, it's pretty apparent, this trend line, it's still staying above this trend line. Now, if it dips through this trend line, we could have some more problems. But right now, I think, the trend line is safe currently. Now, that could change quickly. And if it does, if we close a candle below this trend line, we could see some further dumping, which would not be good. Let's take a look at our friend Ethereum, and let's see, is it in the same boat? Well, not really. Ethereum looks to be in a, wrong indicator. Ethereum looks to be in a slightly different boat. Now, if I draw this out to April, let's do it on the 1 day. This is the 4 hour. Let's take it to the 1 day. If I draw it out from April like I did with Bitcoin, we'll see a much sharper rise. But here, April, that's July. I mean, we got to go farther back. Let's go. All right. So if I take this back, I mean, we have a different trend line here. I mean, we're going, there's not the same pattern. Now, if I pull this up from since July, now you have a little bit more of a trend line, but still, it's a much steeper incline in some areas. And look, here's the thing about ETH is that we got up, pull back, up, pull back. We're still respecting this trend line, but we got a lot of room to run from this trend line right here. So here's the deal is that with ETH, with XRP, we didn't look at XRP, but Bitcoin, right now, that trend is very important to watch, especially on the Bitcoin. And so as we watch this, you got to take note, is the trend your friend or, look at that. We've gone up in Bitcoin, we've gone up 65% since April. And if you really take it from the bottom to the peak, we've gone up almost 70% since April. It makes sense that people would take some profits at that point. I mean, gosh, a lot of people would have taken profits along the way, and they did. Look, profits, reduction, profits, and then it goes back up, profits. All right, well, this is just a normal part of going up. People are going to take profits, the smart people. Now, if you're a hodler, I get it. You're going to hold on no matter what. This is a wild ride. I've held on to my spot Bitcoin since, for a long time. A long time. I wish I had more, but I've held on for a long time. I've seen it go, is this Bitcoin? Yeah. 390. Oh, this is Bitcoin market cap still. So I've seen it go up for a long time. But if you look at Bitcoin's price, same difference, same trend line. Okay. And that really helps you. I use the longs and the margined leveraged plays, to make a little profit. In the meantime, I hold on to my spot bags. I don't really sell and buy my spots. I've been doing it through BTCC for a while now. I'm not pushing them, but I've tried other ones that other YouTubers have suggested, and I've gotten burned more than one time. Typically, that's not fun. But look, here's the deal, is that if you watch this and you pay close attention, we are still on a good uptrend. And as long as we don't break this trend too much, even this regression tool, we still got a long way to run on the downside, just not even looking at this short-term trend. On this long-term trend, we have a lot of room to run on the downside and still be in this macro trend here. But you look in the last couple months, the trend has been steeper against this line. But Bitcoin, there's so much institutional purchasing. There's so much positive things for Bitcoin. The government getting involved, saying, last week there was Scott Besson came out and said, we're not buying any more Bitcoin. But then he came back and corrected himself. We're going to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve. We're going to buy it through neutral means so we don't affect taxpayer dollars. It was such a big deal that he had to come back and correct himself. So I am still very, very, very bullish on the long term. I don't see this trend lasting a long time. But if we do break this trend line, just be prepared for further downside momentum before we go back up. August is typically not the best month for crypto, and it's proving to be so to some degree. We've basically almost flat for August so far, and when this comes down a little bit more, if it comes down a little bit more. But we have this long-term trend line, we have this short-term trend line, and it's respecting both. So watch Bitcoin carefully. I'll talk about it a couple more times this week to see what happens. Today when traders wake up, when the general population wakes up and looks at Bitcoin, they might get scared and dump. Or you might see institutions come in and say, this is a good buying opportunity, so let's buy. So in any event, we'll keep close tabs on it. And with that, that's all I got. I hope you had a good day. We'll talk to you soon.